Shadowing. Up to 100 meters of rain expected to drench part of Australia's east coast over weekend. It has been wet this really showery kind of dreary couple of days for mostly coast New South Wales, but as part of the coast Queensland, they are pretty much all the way along the east seaboard of country. Like some places in the last 24 hours had about 60 to 70 millimeter of rain. Most places haven't seen that much. Those higher total been fairly sparse and spreads part of a lot of places around 10 to 20 mil, which is not all that much, but when it comes in the keeps on rolling, it's cloudy, it's a little bit breezy, it's a little bit cold as well. It has been feeling a bit dry and it is just to continue for the next couple of days before really picking up over the course of the weekend. We're expecting the wet weather to get a bit more widespread, but also a fair bit more persistence once again, primarily focus on East New South Wales. During the course of this weekend, we could well see some heavier rain on Saturday evening and into Sunday as well. Many places could see around 50 millimeters of rain through the weekend. Some places that will probably be more likely 100 to 150 millimeters, and that's when we really start to look at the risk of seeing some areas flooding. So potentially a couple more weekdays hidden and picking up just the extra level this weekend. Yeah, I read some headlines saying weekend wash. You said that it's going to be contained to the east coast of say New South Wales. Which area in particular are you alerted to? So really places which look like the most they might see the most significant rainfall accumulation, those highest number of rain through the course of the weekend can't really be hugging the coast. It looks to be quite a coastal phenomena over the course of this weekend. But of course, Coastal Street on the South Wales is where most of those large population centers are. So this area we're watching closely will be the coast of the Aliwal, coast of Sydney, the Hunter Coast, and even the Mid-North Coast. Now, it's not to say that entire stretch of coastline will see those high rainfall total. We've still got a couple of days ahead. We will start to focus in and target those maybe more specific area, but it's the East Coast through central New South Wales, including Sydney, which could be the firing line for those heavier fall. So do you expect this as resource that you might have to issue some weather warning? Oh, it's definitely a possibility now. It's still a few days away. We could see things just tone down a little bit. We could see things rain power up a little bit in all of information and guideline over the next couple of days. So there's definitely a chance will be weather warning out for rainfall, maybe some warning out for a thunderstorm as well. At the moment, we don't have those warning active yet, but it's definitely one to watch as the weather picks up this weekend. So Angus, how unusual is this type of weather that we're seeing now? I mean, unusual weather patterns on hold at the moment. It's quite a challenging time of year, though shoulder season, both spring and autumn, can bring a really variety of weather and weather patterns. So it'll be hard to now nail down what's the normal weather pattern for this time of year. But we are certainly fluctuating from one end to and the other. At the moment, we had a really heavy burst of rain at the start of last month that severe very dry weeks across the part of country, and now it's like that we're in the light for another burst of rain. So it's kind of feast and famine rainfall at the moment, is up and down for sure. So when we can expect to get the washing dry on the line in one day? Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. There will be a chance tomorrow if you time on right between those showers to get a lot of washing done, but you have to keep a pretty close eye on the radar, or at least keep an eye on those skies, because this rain, that shower coming in from the south could arrive very quickly and do all you could work on the line there. As for a Bobora's clearance of wet weather, We are looking at the first of the next week. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna do going to the long stretch of fine sunny condition, but the worst of the rainfall will be Saturday night and Sunday. It really toned down by Monday, Tuesday, but still just the odd spot of hit amidst the shower activity, even through the most next week as well. One more. It has been wet. It's been a really showery, kind of gray, dreary couple of days for mostly coastal New South Wales, but also part of coastal Queensland. They are pretty much all the way along the eastern seaboard of the country. Look, some places in the last 24 hours have had about um, 60 to 70 millimeters of rain. Most places haven't seen that much. Those higher total has been very sparse and spread apart. A lot of places around 10 to 20 minutes, which is not all that much, but when it comes in and it keeps on the rolling, it's cloudy, it's a little bit breezy, it's a little bit cold as well. It has been feeling a bit drier, and that is set to continue for the next couple of days before really picking up over the course of the weekend. We are expecting the wet weather to get a bit more widespread, but also a fair bit more persistence. Once again, primarily focus on eastern New South Wales. Through the course of this weekend, we could well see some heavier rain on Saturday evening and into Sunday as well. Many places could see around the 50 millimeter of rain through the weekend, but some places they will probably be more like 100 to 150 meter, and that's when we really start to look at the risk of seeing some area of flooding. So potentially a couple more weekdays ahead and then picking up just that extra level this weekend. Yeah, I've read some headlines saying weekend wash out. You say that that is going to be contained to the east coast of, say, New South Wales. Which area in particular are you alert to? So really the places which look like they might see the most significant rainfall accumulation, those highest numbers of rain through the course of the weekend tend to really be hugging the coast. It looks to be quite a coastal um, phenomena over the course of this weekend. But of course, that coast strip of New South Wales is where most of those large population centers are. So the area that we are watching closely would be the coast of the Illawarra, the coast of Sydney, the Hunter Coast, and even the mid North Coast. Now, that's not to say that the entire stretch of coastline will see those higher rainfall total. We still got a couple of days ahead. We will see to focus in and target those might be more specific areas, but it is the east coast through the central New South Wales, including Sydney, which could be the fire line for those heavier fall. So, do you expect this as a result that you may have to issue some weather warnings? Oh, it's definitely a possibility now. It's still a few days away, so we could see things just tone down a little bit, or we could see things ramp up a little bit. in all of our information and guidance over the next couple of days. So there are different chance there will be weather warning for rainfall, maybe some warnings for thunderstorms as well. At the moment, we don't have those warning active yet, but it is definitely one to watch as that weather picks up this weekend. So, Angus, just how unusual is this type weather that we're seeing now? I mean, our usual weather patterns on hold at the moment. It's quite a changeable time of year. Those shorter seasons, both spring and autumn, can bring a greater variety of weather and weather patterns. So it's a little bit hard to nail down what's a normal weather pattern for this time of year, but we are certainly fluctuating from one end to the other. At the moment, we had a really heavy burst of rain at the start of last month, then several very dry weeks across that part of the country, and now it looks like we are in line for another burst of heavier rain. So it's kind of a feast or a famine rainfall at the moment, up and down for sure. So when could we expect to get the washing dried on the line in one day? Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Look, there will be a chance today that tomorrow if you time it right in between those showers to get a load of washing done. But you have to keep a pretty close eye on the radar, or at least keep an eye on those skies, because those rain that showers coming in from the south could arrive very quickly and undo all your good work on the line there. As for a more broad clearance of the weak weather, we are looking at the first of the next week. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna then go into a long stretch of fine sunny conditions, but the worst of the rainfall will be Saturday night in Sunday. It really tones down by Monday, Tuesday, but still just the odd spot of heat and mist shower activity even through most of next week as well.